Hello, good evening, Academy 55 Premier members, those watching it live with me, and all those who are watching the recording. Welcome. It's 5 to 7 here on a Monday, the 18th of March, and we are going to be following the Academy 55 trading strategy from the hours of 7 o'clock UK time till 8 p.m. UK time, following the US 100, also known as the NAS 100. As you can see, I've drawn up several lines, imbalance, support and resistance lines that are drawn up on the 4-hourly time frame, the bigger time frame. We've got imbalance up there. If you want to know how to do that, there is a video in the back office that you can follow along. So time to do a bit of housekeeping. By that I mean switch your MT4 or MT5 on. Make sure you've got it on the trading system on 1%, because we go for 1% a trade. Make sure these are all turned to purple, the profit and reward, the lot calculator. We're also on the US 100 cash. Just move zoom up there a minute. On the US 100 cash on the 1 minute time frame. So we've got that all sorted. So what I can see now is price is hugging the purple line. As mentioned, I won't be taking any trades that don't happen between the hours of 7 and 8 in this case. But if you would have been around at 6 o'clock tonight, there was a nice buy alert there, and you indeed would have got a 2 to 1. There was another alert at 19 minutes to 8 o'clock, and that one, as you can see, is still in play. So we had a big displacement for the sell side. Imbalance needs to be equalized, but they've tapped it in there and maybe carrying on down to your 2%. We will see that later on, and so we'll be determining whether that was successful or not. But I didn't take the trade, and like I said, I'm only taking any alerts that happen between the allotted hour, which is 7 till 8. But we can see how this one plays out, paper trading as such. As you can see, price is hugging the purple line, as it tends to do a lot. And looking at the bigger picture, let's go on the hourly just for a sec and see that this is indeed the imbalance that was drawn out. I can take that down a bit, down to there actually. This is imbalance, FEG. We know price needs to go there to equalize the trades out, but we don't know when that's going to happen. That might even be tomorrow, because we've got a big indecision candle now. Hang on, I'll move this. I'll get that one again in a minute. If I can remove it. Remove. There we go. We've got a big indecision candle on the hourly, so it's deciding what its next move is going to be. Indecision, that is, when you see a wick above and a wick below. These are indecisive candles. Wick above, wick below, and the body of the candle there. So indeed, it's deciding what it wants to do. So that's on the hourly. Going down to the 15-minute. And on the 15-minute, we also have a bit of indecisiveness, because we've got a small wick on the top and a larger wick on the bottom. So that again is deciding what it wants to do. But volume for the sell is favorable, as you can see by the volume ribbon on the 15-minute time frame. Although please don't trade this strategy on any other time frame than the minute time frame, because these indicators are designed for purely just for the minute. So this is where we are at the moment, getting ready to act if something arises. Just here is what we call a key area. This is a psychological area where traders and investors think to take trades out, put trades in. Anything with 000 on it, known as psychological areas, where trades can be started and indeed stopped. So the next alert we will see is going to be a buy alert, because we've had the sell alert. This is how it works. We get sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. So the next alert will be a buy alert whenever that comes along. If it comes along within this hour, that'll be great. Nice to see so many people on with me here live at the moment. I'll get my little drawing tool there. I'll just get my little choose image. There. Down a bit. Put that over there. A little bit bigger. Right, so we have now passed 7 o'clock in the evening. This morning, as most of you know, we did the EUR/USD between 8 and 9 in the mornings. I don't do Monday mornings because statistically it shows lack of direction and lack of volume. Not every Monday, may I say. Some Mondays is fine, but statistically it's not fine. And this morning was one of those not days when it wasn't fine, because it just went up and down, up and down. I put a little screenshot in our Facebook group if anybody cares to watch that. And it's just basically, it was an excellent example of why I don't like doing Monday mornings. But I thought I'd try this time of day because it's had all the Monday to try and equalize what they're doing. And also it is not EUR/USD, it's the top 100 businesses in the US. But right at the moment now, as I said that, the volume's gone right out of the market. As we can see by the length of the candles, we had nice strong candles there, but and that ties up with the indecision on the hourly and the 15-minute that I pointed out to you earlier on. We've got consolidation. So we're waiting for a buy alert as well. But because we're on the minute time frame, things can happen pretty quickly. So we're here ready and waiting. So that's fine. So there we go. This is how we will proceed. Like I say, I take my support and resistance lines off the 4-hour time frame, because the higher you take support and resistance on the higher time frames, the more significant they have as support and resistance lines, or you could call them ceiling and floor lines, whatever you get on with, how you think of them. Like, for example, that is now a ceiling, that's the floor. It could either bounce off the ceiling, go to the floor, and if it's got enough volume, it'll break the floor. Then there's another floor falling through the basement, if you like. But there's not enough volume, it'll bounce and could very well go back up to the ceiling again. But like I said, we are here waiting for a buy alert. We're all waiting for this trade that I didn't take, that I noticed just before we came on. So you've got a sell alert. Trend line was red, so you'd be getting in there. Your stop loss has to go where the wave turns from a green to a red. This is where it turned, so that's where the stop loss is. That means your 2-to-1 is way down here, past this floors or support and resistance line, and all the time price is not really being decisive of going one way or the other at this moment in time. But that's okay. We haven't lost nothing because we haven't placed a trade yet. I hope you got your MC4 all sorted out with your trade assistant and everything. So right now the volume ribbon has just started to turn green. The parallel SAR is underneath price. So indeed, if we do get a buy signal and price goes up here somewhere, unfortunately that sell was would have been a loser. So if you had been trading between 6 o'clock tonight and 7, following the rules, you would have won 2% and then walked away. Happy days. So there would be no need for you to taking that trade anyway. So if you hadn't taken that trade, you're just watching this for educational purposes, and indeed that's what we're all doing, watching these trades play out for educational purposes. We're getting a bit of volume coming into the market now, as noted by the size of these candles. So we are going to turn over to MT4 and maybe await a buy alert. So I'm going to put my lines on in readiness. I'm going to lock my stop loss in. My stop loss would be where the trend is, which is going to be there. And indeed, we have got a buy alert, just like that. But I'm going to be waiting for the trend line to turn green, which it should do any minute now, I reckon. But it could possibly be coming out to fill out this imbalance here. It may do, it may not be, we don't know. And we got the buy alert, waiting for the trend line to go green to give me the go. Oh, the buy alert keeps painting on and off. And by now we would have lost our sell trade, unfortunately, because it's gone past the wave mark there. So if he was in that trade, commiserations. And we got a buy alert. Still waiting for the trend line to turn green though. The trend line's the only thing that's keeping us out of the trade, because the trend line is still red, but that situation can change in a snap of a finger. And indeed the buy alert is still painting on and off. Price could come down here and fill that out this imbalance and then carry on for a further buy. We don't know for certain what it's going to do, because it has to fill out that imbalance at some stage. We just don't know when. It could be right away, or it could be in a couple of hours' time. Who knows? And indeed, it's filled out that imbalance on this candle here. So the trend line has kept us honest at the moment. But like I say, if this price goes further up here, I expect the trend line to go green along with everything else. And I wouldn't want to take the trade now because we got sell candles. And we might be in for more consolidation. We don't know. See, it's come down to fix that buy. Will it go? Will the trend go up, or will it carry on down? It's come down to fix that imbalance candle there. Because price loves balance. So we're lying in wait to see what happens in a nice controlled as you can be state, as calm as you can be, but appreciating because you're on the minute candle, things can happen quickly, but never panic. Please do not panic about anything. If you feel yourself panicking, just don't do the trade. Right, the trend line's just starting to turn green along with the buy alert. So we'll wait for it to break that high there, I think. Before we take action. Trend line's just starting to turn green. You may or may not be able to see that from the monitor, but I can just see it's glancing green, then going red and going green again. Just like the buy alert, it's painting and painting. So I wanted to form a new high before I get in to make absolutely certain. Because we're in a bit of consolidation, tiny bit of consolidation. I want to be a little bit more concise. Nearly broken out of that buy at that area now. And any time now, I will probably be hitting the buy, but not quite yet. Being patient, waiting for a new high to be formed, which could be on this candle. It might be the next one. And indeed, we got a sell now, a little bit of a sell. Just want to try and find the best way I can to break out of this consolidation that we're finding, because consolidation is the bugbear of all strategies. It's just like you're a runner and you're at the top of the hill getting your breath back. That's what Price is doing now. And it's getting his breath back to make a move. How long it takes, how long it keeps breathing to get his breath back, we don't know. And which way it moves. Well, hopefully the indicators are telling us it's going to go for a buy. But I need a little bit more confirmation. I haven't pressed on buy yet because I recognize it's still filling out this imbalance on this candle here, which may be the purpose of all this, and then carry on down. But we are above the purple line, so we have a buy bias because price is above the purple line. So there is a buy bias. But I'm being patient and waiting for it to perhaps break this consolidation. Hopefully for a buy, but not really seeing that at the moment. Indeed, we've got more sell. And by now, if I'd have taken a buy, although I trust the indicators, I'd be thinking to myself, why wasn't I more patient? and just wait for a little bit more of a confirmation. Indeed, we are for the last 5 minutes, 6, 7, 8 minutes now. We've been in consolidation, as you can see. So we've got to break out of this consolidation area that we find ourselves in until it gives me the final confirmation I need if it carries on going up. And of course, if it carries on going down, no harm done. I'm not in any traders yet. So by showing a little bit of patience, I'm waiting for little bits of confirmation. That's better. Blow that up a bit. There we go. The real time I like trading this at the moment is 6 till 7, but I have had a little bit of success trading from 7 till 8 with this. But 7 till 8 is usually the time. I don't want to confuse anybody, but we're in US savings time at the moment. US daylight savings time, where we are 4 hours in front of New York, whereas 95% of the year we are 5 hours in front of New York. But for March and October, it's a little bit different because of the US savings. So therefore the timings are a little bit different. So technically 6 to 7 is the time, would be the better time to trade this as of now. But I'm trying to get myself into a routine of my daily life by trading from 7 to 8. And 7 to 8 is the more preferred time anyway. But now we are in a situation where we've had a downward sort of outlook. That's not to say the next candle could come up and go right up there and away we go for a buy. The price will do what it's going to do, but we're certainly definitely trading what we see, not what we think. See, with that wick there on that candle, it came to equalize that imbalance there. So that's what that wick's all about, getting price equalized. And it hasn't completely equalized this candle here yet. Now the parabolic SAR is so now technically there is no buy trade until parabolic SAR is underneath price. So I can relax with my finger off the button a bit. I will widen this a bit and see how it respected that trend line with the wick there. But we are technically in a buy bias because price is above the purple line. But now price has got to envelop this parabolic SAR, if it ever does, and make the parabolic SAR flip from above the price to below the price, and then we can technically take a buy trade again. Whether it'll do that, we don't know. So we're here waiting, because I mean, sometimes, for example, if you get big candles like this could all happen very, very quickly. So I then go on back onto TradingView and have a look, because one volume sweep could actually do all that, go there and flip the parabolic saw from above to below, and all of a sudden we're in a buy trade. But even if we don't get a trade today for whatever reason, I hope you guys are learning how to use this Academy55 indicators and the strategy correctly, and getting a little bit of education of what can and might not happen when you are actually trading live. Like I say, nice to see so many people on. This will be recorded. Well, it is being recorded and will be, I will upload it within the next couple of hours after 8 o'clock. And it should be in your back office. Right, see what I mean by that? That was a big shoot up there, wasn't it? And if we had another one of those, that would envelop that parabolic saw, push that underneath the price, and all of a sudden we got enough volume in for a buy with our 2-to-1 up there. Well, it wouldn't be, because the stop loss will be there. I'm just keeping it away at the minute. But this is very much consolidatory anyway, all this, which happens 80% of the time on all pairs and all commodities. So more waiting ensues. And of course, if it changes in mind, the next alert will be a sell alert, because we had a sell there and a buy. So the next alert will be a sell alert after this, whether we take the buy trade or not. And then we can reevaluate if it does indeed happen. I certainly wouldn't be trading after 8 o'clock in the evening doing this strategy, 8 o'clock UK time, because the markets close a couple of hours after that, and then the commissions get really, really funny, and as in expensive, and then you're into another day. And sometimes when we do this strategy, as you've been aware of, you've seen it before, trades can take up to 2 hours plus to take profit. Usually, well, most of the time we're in and out between half an hour and an hour. Sometimes it can take longer, like it did the other day. So I wouldn't want to be hanging around waiting for commissions to envelop us. So I wouldn't be taking a trade after 8 o'clock anyway. Yeah, consolidation. So being patient around here, I'm glad I was patient around here, really, and because it doesn't look so good now, does it? Not to say it won't win, because we had this situation the other day when we took a buy and then we got into consolidation, but it came good eventually. But now we've gone past the trend line here. So I'm going to take the line chart off. There's no point of that anymore, really. And so the next alert is a sell alert, if we ever do get one. And indeed, the wave has just started to turn red. wave has just started to turn red. And we're seeing yet more consolidation. We're like wildlife photographers waiting for the lesser spotted, crested, whatever to come along. Right, okay, so all of a sudden, whoa, big bit of volume there for the downside. So we'll switch conditions and we've got to wait for the volume ribbon to turn red. We've got to wait for the trend line to turn red. And of course, we've got the parallel SAR, and of course we want that all important alert for the downside, for the sell alert. Stop loss would be on the trend, but it's way too close at the minute, and we haven't got the alert either. So, and see how price touched the purple line there. Does it say, yeah, I'm just making sure where you are. So we could still just bounce and go back up again under this buy alert. But it looks very much like we've changed conditions. We've got a red trend line now. And the price starts to wander off down below the purple line. All we want then is a sell alert. We got a sell on our hands. It happens just like that. So intriguing. Which way are we going? Which way is it going to go? Indeed, we have got a sell alert now, and I am looking at these two lines down here, waiting for price to perhaps get just below there a little bit more. Give us a bit more of a confirmation, getting below these prices down here. So yeah, things are frozen a bit. Ah, there we go. I don't know what that was. Right, so it's been very tricky, isn't it? But all the time we're not in a trade by waiting for a little bit more confirmation of its intent, being patient with it as much as we can be, but also understanding we have to react fast if the occasion needs. Stop loss would be down there on the trend, but yeah, I mean it's sending a tracer down below the purple line. Playing the waiting game tonight. but by being patient and waiting for confirmation up there, it kept us out of a trade, and the same here, I guess. I want price. I want to see price get below for a sell. I want to see price get below this area here to sort of confirm a sell is taking place, because then we'll be right underneath the purple line again. But it's not convincing one way or the other. But that's okay, because we're not losing any money. And hopefully you're getting a little bit of education to see how price reacts and what it can actually do. I'll take this off again. Because don't forget, all the time we are technically still in a buy, and Parallel's flipped again. And we got a buy alert. That was the last one. Sell alert has gone away. The ribbon is red. Trend line's gone green again. And really, this area here is just a whole lot of consolidation. And it's not convincing one way or another, to be fair. Okay, so the Parallax has flipped below price again. We've got the buy alert here. I'm going to put the line tool on again and change it yet again for a buy conditions. The wave has just started to turn green. So that's where the stop loss will be, just above the trend line, which is also green. We've already got the buy alert, so we won't get another buy alert. But I want to see new highs being formed off here to sort of give us an understanding that we are going to go for a deeper buy. And of course, the volume ribbon is still red. So we're waiting for the volume ribbon to turn green again to ever get into a buy status. My guess is that we're just going to see some more consolidation, unfortunately. Don't ever come to the table and think you're going to have a natural get on what trade, because I've been here 2 or 3 times now and I had no trade. Not taking a trade for the sake of it, because that is called gambling. So, but at the same time, I want to see a little bit more commitment from the price action to go one way or the other, and we're just not getting that. I think I can afford to sort of have a look at TradingView at the minute. And indeed, I can see from TradingView that one of the lines, support and resistance lines I drew up, it's basically hugging that line as well as the hug the purple line. It's hugged that support and resistance line there. So it needs a proper commitment about what it's going to do, and it hasn't shown me that yet. And all the time, really, I'm glad I was patient and waited, because we would have surely been, if I'd have took that buy too quickly, we'd have surely been out because the stop loss would have been there, and down here we would have lost 1%, which is okay, you know, that's, but by showing a bit of patience and resilience and having a little bit more of an understanding what price action is doing, it helps me to be more patient. Right, okay, so we're going, I don't know, it's just very, very much consolidation area. But as you understand, if we was to go for a sell now, price would need to go way down here, past this area here to push the power SR from below to above price with a sell alert and the sell trend, red trend line for us to be in a sell. That may or may not happen during our time here tonight. But irrespective, I hope you guys are getting something out of watching this. Yeah, so if we are truly going to go on a sell, we have to have the sell alert, the trend line's got to turn green, the power of SAR has got to go above price, and then let's go back to trading view and have a look at the bigger picture. It could possibly get into these areas here of imbalance, fair value gaps, whatever you want to call them, same thing. So we can surmise if price does get below there, that we may very well certainly get into this support and resistance line. Hang on, things are happening. Right, okay, so parallel SAR has flipped from to above price again. Now we want a green trend line. We've already got the red volume ribbon. We want price to get below there with a nice sell alert. And hopefully we will be able to get us 2-1 or a trade, you know, get a trade. You will see. I'm on again at 7 to 8 tomorrow because tomorrow morning there is news on the EUR USD, and I'm doing stuff in the afternoon here in the UK. So I'll be getting on again for you tomorrow evening at the same time. So hopefully we will have another look then on the US 100. But as of now, we are just seeing a consolidatory movement, which is not a surprise because it happens 80% of the time. So if you guys are with me, give yourself a pat on the back. You're showing fortitude and patience, not rushing into anything. This is what trading is like. We're paid to be patient. Because the general perception is you get in, you have a trade, you win, you lose, you move on. But it's not always like that, as you can see. Right, so we're coming down to the purple line now, as you can see. Still got to wait for the sell alert and the trend line to turn red. And it could do that with 1 or 2 candles. We still got 20 minutes of the hour left, so still time for a trade to happen if it gives me the confirmation to do so. Right, we've got the sell alert. Right, okay, I want it to go a little bit more below that, and then we're in for a sell. Stop loss goes on the trend line, which is there. Also, that's where the wave is anyway. Sell alert is back on. Price is going, will it go below beyond that? I want a little bit more confirmation. Oh, break away from that purple line. Going to get a breakaway. Indecision candle, indecision candle before, indecision candle before that. Nothing very decisive happening. It's going to meet that purple line there. Now, if it resists it, if it goes over it, then it's probably more consolidation. But if it bounces off that and forms a deeper sell, then we could have possibilities of being in. But if it breaks that purple line again on the way up, then indeed it could be more consolidation ensuing. And I'm not really feeling it for a sell. It's bouncing along the purple line now. Hasn't really formed a lower low. Hardly any volume in the candle. Right, I'm in. I'm in for a sell. We had a bit of a push there. It's bounced off that purple line there. So I'm in a trade for a sell after all that. Little bit out with the stop loss, a fraction, not much. So this is where we are. So a bit of volume going for a sell. A lower low was formed down there. Give me a little bit of confirmation, but now it might be coming to make it a fool of me. But I don't, well, we don't know how it's going to pan out. Hopefully we had a sell alert, parrots are above price, red volume ribbon, red trend, price is below the purple line. I got as much confirmation with a lower low as I was, so I'm happy that I followed all the rules, and now we have to wait and see. If it comes back and knocks me out, I lose 1%. So be it. But I definitely, because of the time of the night, I definitely won't be taking another trade after this one, because we only got 15 minutes left on this particular occasion. So I will leave it here. I'll go on mute a minute and we'll just watch and see what happens, and I'll come back when I have something more concrete to say one way or the other. Actually, I could draw that up, couldn't I? I know the stop loss is at 18033. I'm writing this down. 18033.9, and the entry is at 18017.7, 18017.7. So I'm going over to trading view. Get rid of that. Remove. And short tool. Get the short tool out. And 18033.9. 18033.9, which is there. Oh no, that's the stop loss, isn't it? Sorry. And we're very near the stop loss. Very near the stop loss. And price is at 18017.7, 18017.7, which is there. So a 2-to-1 would be, oh, right, down to there, which is tapping into that imbalance, which would be nice if it decides it wants to do that. Am I still in the trade? Yeah, just about. But again, we've gone into more consolidation. So how unfortunate is this? And indeed, at this time of the night, I would go for an hour if I needed to go for an hour in the trade, and then make a decision between at 9 o'clock UK time, how I wanted to proceed. If indeed I was still in the trade, I'll delete that. But there we go. This is where we are at the minute. Again, more action hugging this purple line, not making a commitment one way or the other. Even though I was after more confirmations down here, it just didn't work out. Not at this time. And it's very debatable whether it will or not, obviously, but technically I did everything correct to be in the trade. Like I said, I've got another 10 minutes with you guys left. But personally, what I would have done now is gone down to have this time of night, probably a glass of wine. Don't drink a glass of wine before you start trading, and never advocate trading while you're under the influence. But we'll go and make a cup of tea. Oh, what happened there? That's unusual. There's a big gap there. Right, good for us. Wow. A wee bit of news coming, which is always nice to see. All right, my goodness. There we go. Hey, better not speak too soon because we're not there yet. But yeah, that's See how quickly things can happen? But I ain't speaking too much too quick because that gap needs to be filled. These areas need to be filled. And if they've got enough volume for the cell, they'll carry on a bit deeper. But if not, they'll come back and fill this out and maybe go back into more consolidation. As you can imagine, lots of things could happen. But that was surprising. Obviously, a bit of news came in at, what was that, 10 to 8. So we'll just have to wait and see how this one pans out. Got another 9 minutes with you guys. I'll upload a video within the next couple of hours. It'll be in the back office. And I will see you guys this time tomorrow as well. But we haven't finished yet. We've got another 9 minutes. Hopefully we might get an outcome before the hour is up, which would be nice, a positive one. But we will see. Let's have a look on TradingView. Yeah, look at that. That was unexpected. Well, of course, if you ever expect anything and it happens, let me know, because you're obviously a billionaire. So just marking along with this support and resistance line, and luckily for us, the take profit is at this area where I drew a support and resistance line from earlier on. So with that in mind, I know this is a support and resistance line. I'm going to maybe close manually just before we get to that line. I don't know. No, I'll let it go. Yeah, I'll let it go. Because I think it could be very well going to tap into this imbalance area that we can see here. That's a big, strong contender for me, watching it. I dread saying things like that, really, because trading can make you look a right idiot by saying, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. It ain't the case. I tend to shy away from making sweeping statements like that. It is what it is. So one more bit of volume pushed down, and we have got a 2 to 1. If it indeed happens for us. But I know the support and resistance line I drew for myself earlier is here, and that is like a barrier or a fence. And knowing that, I'm prepared to say, you know what? Because we've got imbalance up here, I'm prepared to go thanks very much. That's what I was prepared to do because of what I'm seeing. So I took out nearly 2%, but because we got a support and resistance line there, and indeed, I should have had faith, should I? Look, there we go. It happened. And look what happened, and that's what I was worried about. Hey, a big candle up, maybe taking out this imbalance here. Oh, look, there we go. So there we go, guys. We got another 2 to 1 without a doubt. Oh, look, there we go. It's gone below. This will act as resistance now. Or should I say support? And so we'll leave it there. We've even got 5 minutes to spare on the hour. So I'll see you guys this time tomorrow. Thanks very much for being here, and look out for the replay. Oh, look, it's really going now. So look out for the replay that will be uploaded within the next couple of hours. Thanks very much, and speak to you soon. Bye for now.